Thank you for tuning in to another episode of
Sticky Nose Podcast.
And we're back. So,
Nice and recovered from the Super Bowl parade.
yes, the Super Bowl parade.
Yes.
Super Bowl champions. So we did an episode on Jay Z when, he had all the accusations. So I thought it was only right that we do another episode on him, getting over it. So the case was dismissed.
Yeah.
He's a free man, no lawyers, no more. So now he's trying to sue them now, right? That's what
he already sued the lawyer Tony Busby for extortion and
and he ain't dropping that. He's not dropping that, right?
No. So the lawsuit. So for those of you who don't know, Jane Doe had accused Jay Z and Diddy of assaulting her when she was 13 at a VMA after party.
Did he do it?
I will say her story was very. There were a lot of loopholes in her story. Like, she had said she met Good Charlotte, but then Good Charlotte came out and said they weren't even there. They were on tour in the Midwest at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So
and then her daddy picked her up.
And her dad said he doesn't even remember that happening.
Mm-hmm.
So it was dropped, but the thing is, it was dropped with prejudice. So that means that she cannot refile this case again. Even if she somehow gets proof, she cannot file it again.
Do you think that maybe they kind of swung her some kind of money under,
No.
under the table, as they would say?
No, I think they knew that it, one of Jay-Z's claims with the lawyer Tony Busby is that he failed to do his proper research with her claims, and he just went ahead and filed it without even researching and making sure that what she was saying was accurate. And now Jay-Z's saying that it cost him $20 million in lost income, and the timing that it was filed around the premiere of the Lion King movie with Blue Ivy and Beyonce.
Now he's getting Disney involved.
Well, apparently Disney was hesitant about the premiere with Jay-Z and the family coming because of the accusations. And so he's saying that they purposely did it at that time to embarrass his daughter.
Oh, no. No.
Yeah.
So now he's trying to get, I guess, money that he lost. He was thinking that he was going to make a certain amount of money for the movie. So now he's
it's Beyonce and Blue's movie. He's not even a part of it. But apparently his businesses, Rock Nation and stuff, people have been hesitant to work with them because of the accusations. Dude, come on. You're a billionaire. Beyonce's a billionaire. I don't care if you lost $20 million.
Was that the only lawsuit that he had against him?
Against Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only one, right?
Yes.
Okay, so do you really think he lost that much money? I don't think he lost that much money.
That's what he says.
So he's a free man, he better be careful. Just be careful from now on,
I mean, unfortunately, it's a case of you're guilty by association. His close friendship with Diddy for the past 20 plus years, people are gonna look at you sideways. And
why would she just come out of nowhere, file a lawsuit, and then now come out of nowhere and drop it?
That's a good question.
That's why I'm thinking she got paid off.
If she got paid off, it would have said settled. Unless they paid her under the table.
Sometimes they just, sometimes they do things and, they make it look like they did something else. I don't know. You never know.
I mean, she could have been paid under the table, but if they ended up settling, if Jay-Z paid her, it would have said the lawsuit was settled.
It's going to be interesting what happens
or dismissed.
It's going to be interesting what happens with his lawsuit against Mr. Busby. Yeah.
I will say Busby seems a little fishy to me. He seems like one of those 1-800 call a lawyer.
Well, he's got all the other accusers against Diddy, right? Doesn't he?
He's got a lot, but then it makes me think: is he just picking up cases without doing his research and verifying their claims?
Or is he doing the old, throw a bunch of stuff at the wall and hope one sticks?
Maybe.
You never know. Okay, so Jay Z, shout out to you. The Rock, throw up my diamond. We're gonna talk about Big Homie CC.
So explain to those who don't know who Big Homie CC is.
All right, so apparently Big Homie CC was a bodyguard for some celebrities and stuff.
Including Diddy.
Yeah, he's from Chicago, but now he's part of some gang. You know, I can't remember what he called himself.
Is it like the social something?
Yeah. He's part of a gang as well, but he's actually, trying to do some good too. Like,
he goes out there and rescues people that are being trafficked.
Yes. Yeah. Which is really it's honorable,
I think so.
But it's kind of the stuff, it gets kind of foggy because he's involved with Loose Cannon and Whack 100 right now, and they have the whole they recorded confronting him at some event that they were at, and they made it seem like they were pressing him and trying to make him look like a punk, and they're saying that his homie ran, and then Big Homie CC is kind of saying the opposite. And,
here's my thing though. Big Homie CC said on the Real Life podcast interview thing, he's like, Whack, and he made a good point that Whack and Loose, all this drama, they're taking the attention away from what he's trying to do, which is rescuing people who need to be rescued. So it's like, if that's the case, why are you going to continue to engage with them? And, he was on the one interview with both of them on like the Zoom call, yelling at each other.
Yeah.
Like, why even engage with them?
That was the Real Life podcast as well. He had them all on there.
Yeah, but that's not helping you in your case. You look like it's you. I don't know.
It's kind of hard to be in his position though, because he's got to defend himself. People are saying stuff about him, but at the same time he's fighting for a better cause too.
Yeah, but what they're arguing about has nothing to do with his cause though.
And I know. So that's why he said that at one point too. He said that at one point too. Like, they're kind of taken away from what he's doing, but he's like, I'm not gonna let them take away from what. So he's kind of bringing awareness to what he's doing too, with all this attention, So
well, yeah,
he doesn't show his other bulls, his security team, the security team that he's a part of, which are also his homeboys. So he doesn't. Well,
he
show
was saying like
camera.
Everything that Loose and Whack do is just for content. It's not real. I agree.
Yeah,
I completely agree.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. And then Big Homie CC gets on camera and he's got like the gloves on and stuff. I don't know if that's part of a show.
He always is wearing gloves. I don't know.
Right, he is.
And it's always the latex, like.
Yeah.
You don't want your fingerprints out there type of gloves.
Yeah, well, I believe most of the stuff that he's saying, and he's saying that he's going and trying to find these people that are being trafficked, and then he mentioned that it led him to
so there's
Diddy's
a part
house.
of the interview that we can watch. He brings on a guy. Is his name Dustin, or it's not Dusty, or yeah. So he had reached out to Big Homie CC because people that he knew were being trafficked, and he needed help like locating them and rescuing them. And it's interesting because the guy, he was following one of the trucks that had people in there that were being brought over state lines for prostitution. They were being trafficked, and he said that one of the cars,
it led him into like the vicinity
of Diddy's house. They were at Diddy's house.
And they had some kind of Wi-Fi thing going on where he was connected. The person that was being trafficked was connecting to his Wi-Fi.
Yeah, so he said he was like driving around. He was in Beverly Hills and he was driving around.
It's really interesting.
And he had like a Wi-Fi radar in his car, and he was hoping that her Wi-Fi would connect to him, and it did, and that's how he found out.
Yeah. And who else did he say? It was L.A. Reid.
I've heard some things about him.
It was L.A. Reid, who's the house that I guess it was near his house. So, yeah, it gets deep when you sit here and listen to him.
To be in a leadership position, you have to keep everything on a need-to-know basis. Nobody can know what my next plan is about to be, because otherwise security is going to get breached. Even with my own brothers in blood, I can't even tell them until it's that time.
So he's talking about how like sometimes he gets false information, you know what I mean? Or people that are just like tripping. But what he does is pretty honorable, and he's trying not to spend too much time on Loose Cannon and Whack 100. He said that he actually asked them to get involved in it, and they didn't want anything to do with it.
They're probably a part of it. Them and Adam,
yeah,
all of it.
So. And
they were saying that I saw some headline that basically it's just the elite Hollywood ring and no jumpers involved, and you know he always has he's got prostitutes on his show, and he sleeps with the prostitutes or porn stars. He's one himself. It wouldn't surprise me if they're all entangled into all of this.
Yeah, he's probably had some kind of
He's been there's been accusations about Adam being a P. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Over the years. So
we'll catch a guy red-handed and he'll beg for Jesus and God. And swear to God it's not him. I didn't put in over thousands of hours of sweat equity, scouring the dark web, searching through child pornography so I can just see a cabinet in the background, so I can Google image search that cabinet so I can try to find the person. And I'm on the footage showing them like, look, nigga, y'all saying I don't do this shit. I'm showing them, like, look, bro, I'm going to go get this lady in New Jersey next week. Wack gonna say, that's your hustle. We respect that. And I told you niggas to come get in with it. So that's when I say there is a global pedophile and sex slavery network that operates around the world. We've only seen 2 people attack me online. And they got put onto me because I did Adam 22's channel. And I told Adam 22, I'm like, nigga, Pierce Morgan trying to run a whole play on you.
When you listen to him talk, there's no script. Sometimes when you listen to Wack and Loose, it sounds like there's a script.
It sounds very
this guy sounds like he's,
Wack and Loose are very animated, especially Loose. It's let me be the loudest, let me yell the loudest, cuss the loudest, let me act like I'm the toughest guy in the room.
I mean, they're really street affiliated. This guy, he even says it himself. He didn't, he wasn't in the streets. He was in the streets, but he went to school and stuff. He's well spoken. He played football.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Apparently, they have some people that they're going to Mexico to recover.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's pretty cool.
I think that Wack was trying to call Big Homie CC out for working with the feds, but like Big Homie CC said, when you're doing what he's doing, you have to work with law enforcement. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you're working with law enforcement to rescue people, to do good, why are you gonna try to make fun of somebody for that and make it seem like he's like a snitch?
That's like life or death. That's life or death stuff, man. It's life or death.
Mm-hmm.
This stuff that they be doing, they Loose Cannon beat the brakes off they beat that bull bad. I don't know if that
Didn't they say that was content, but it went too far? I
don't know if that was part of the script too, but the bull got stripped. They got stripped naked.
I don't know.
You willing to do all that for some content?
I think so. You'd be surprised how desperate people are for fame and for likes and for attention.
Nope. I'll continue to do our little, updates and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Nope. Anybody put nope. It's not going down. So, yeah. We're back. And Jay Z is an innocent man.
Mm-hmm.
It's The Rock. Or is it? We'll see what happens with that. And
Well, his contract with them.
Diddy's coming home.
No,
Diddy's
he's not.
next.
No, he's not. You need to stop saying that.
You never know, man.
No, he's not. It's
You
a federal
never know.
case. Federal cases are 99%. He's getting some time.
He's getting time served.
We don't know. They have so much evidence. We're not going to find out till the trial starts. You'd be surprised. That video that they had of Cassie, which I know they released, that was just a little piece of the evidence that they had.
Yep.
Dude, you just wait. And we're going to be keeping you guys updated with everything. It starts May 5th, I believe.
Yeah,
Cinco de Mayo.
Dirk's next.
I guess so. Then they get pushed back.
Dirk's coming home.
I don't care.
Dirk's coming home. Voice of the streets. He'll be home soon
I
too.
don't think so either. That's another
Oh,
federal
you know what
case.
was so sweet? He sent like his, I think it was his niece, this teddy bear, and it had like a voice message. His voice, saying happy birthday to her, and that he misses her and stuff like, you know what I mean?
That's sweet, but you know what? You also shouldn't
He's
be
a good
doing.
guy.
You also
He's a
shouldn't
good
be
guy.
doing things that can land you in
It's
jail
all
because it's everybody
love.
around you that's affected. It's not just
It's
you.
all love.
And he knows I'm right. That's why he wants
It's
to
all
talk over
love.
me. Anyway, thank you for tuning in to another episode of
Sticky Nose Podcast.
I had to tuck the shorty cause it stick out. Alleyway stories, I was walking with that thing out. Any given Sunday, ain't no telling what I bring out. Couple little shooters had to tell them run the dig route. Mr. Make it happen, get it crackin', and I skip town. Find out where you at, I'm like, what happened to that big mouth?